The Earth is against this velvet black sky, and you know that in that little sphere are all the people. All life that we know about is back there on that object, and it's unreal. Shortly after we got back on the carrier, the flight surgeon on board asked if we wanted to view some of the television footage being played here while we were up there. And so we saw the reaction of the world and the awe and the enthusiasm. I just had this sense, and I reached over to Neil and I said, look up there, we missed the whole thing. And what I meant was that the significance of that event was in the people back here that shared in the involvement of it. And the way that I can identify that is that people want me to know where they were. It's almost an obsession. Sooner or later, they'll come up and share with me where they were when we were on the moon. And they're able to connect with me to that moment in their lives. And if you take the millions of people who participated, had that sense of sharing, of being involved in that, that is the value of going to the moon.
Have you heard the famous story about the chief of the British Postal Service, who was told about Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone? Basically, he was unimpressed. Americans, he said, have need for the telephone, but we don't. We have plenty of messenger boys. The mayor of a large American city, on the other hand, was wildly enthusiastic about the telephone. I can see a time, he said, when every city will need one. Of course, we excuse these misjudgments when we remember that for almost all of human experience or existence on this planet, right down to the time when both of those men were born, a message couldn't move any faster than a sailing ship or a running horse. Then, in a little more than a lifetime, the world was transformed beyond their imagination. From the steamship to the spaceship, from the telegraph to television, slide rule to supercomputer, and ink press to the internet. In the next century, the space age will revolutionize communication to the same degree that the last century dwarfed all previous millennia. We're on the threshold of a new generation of satellites that can locate and track anything on the Earth's surface. Satellites that don't just amplify signals, but that can switch and route torrents of information at gigabits per second, high-definition TV, high-resolution medical scans, the entire contents of the Library of Congress and the British Museum. Voice-activated receivers may soon be in every car, pager, and backpack, providing the most direct route to a new restaurant or the exact location of your children. And not too far in the future, we'll see wristwatch-sized phones linked directly to satellites, wristwatch TVs with instant access to the internet.